When we are feeling overwhelmed and exhausted, there is a good chance it is because we have not prioritized what our bodies need and mentally what we need. I have learned from experience that one of the best ways to do this is to make sure that I'm dedicating my time first thing in the morning to a morning routine that works for me in my season of life at this time. So, today we're actually going to run through some ideas to help you build your best morning routine so that you can start feeling more productive while also feeling rested and just better overall. Are you ready to stop the chaos, the stress, the overwhelm that's filling your life? I'm Renae Matt, and together you and I are going to build simple routines that are going to change your life. When you put these habits into practice, you're going to be able to organize your life in a way where you can be there for your family, pay off your debt, save money, your house can stay organized, you don't have to stress about what's for dinner, and you still get time for yourself. So without further ado, let's get started. Welcome to the Routine Advantage Podcast. The thing I love about having a morning routine is that I can design it around what works best for this particular season of life, not what other people are doing, but what works best for me. And I absolutely love building a morning routine that I can also shift and tweak as needed so that I can adjust it and it continues to work. And as long as you keep evaluating what is working well and what is not working well, you can begin to build a morning routine that is your best ever. And when it needs to shift, then you can shift it a little bit, but you will always have the best morning routine that works well for you at the time. So that could be something like getting ready for the day right away when you get up, and then carving out time for a morning routine, like a structured morning routine. And you could be having a healthy breakfast. You can prep it ahead if you need to. You could have things organized so that your whole morning just flows smoothly and it isn't a crazy rush right away in the morning. It doesn't that sound lovely to be able to just get up and get started with your day in a very rested and relaxed state and then move into a day that is already prepped and organized and just feels really good. And that is what I absolutely love about a morning routine because it gives you time to really think about what is most important to you and what areas of life are better served by being prepped ahead of time. And so you can start to realize what areas tend to be the most stressful so that you can put steps in place so that you can have a routine around that that will make things a little bit easier. And carving out the time for a morning routine right away in the morning before anybody else starts asking you for things, or your attention gets pulled elsewhere allows you to have that time that is dedicated for not only what you need, but what you also need to have prepared. And so your morning routine can be so many different things, and it can include something super simple. It could have multiple steps in it. You really just have to determine what works best for you. If it's a 3-minute routine or if it's a 2-hour routine, it really doesn't matter. I'm not going to say one is better than another. You have to decide what works best for you and what gives you that feeling of feeling rested right away in the morning and feeling like you have prioritized the time that you need. That is what is most important. And when I'm talking to a lot of women that are coming into our Facebook community and just in life in general, when I'm talking to people, a lot of it is that they just don't feel like they have time and even time to build a routine. And they're always feeling rushed. Life feels busy. Everything just feels a little frazzled and overwhelming. And I can guarantee you, if you start putting a morning routine in place that you will start to feel less of that anxiety and that rush because you will start to feel much calmer right away in the day. You'll be able to feel more prepared, and it's just a really great feeling. In fact, I was actually at my parents' house this past weekend. And I love going home because I get to see everybody, but it throws me off because I don't have time for my morning routine. And I end up paying for it for a couple of days when I get home because I'm old and I don't rebound as quickly. But I like, we're not eating normally, so my blood sugar, I'm sure, is, like, up and down, and we don't sleep because we're up super late chatting, and then we're up early because we have to, like, savor all the time we have together, so we're up late, we're up early, and we just don't get the nutrients I think that our bodies need during a long weekend of visiting family and doing all these activities. So when I come home, I am extremely, extremely tired. And that is what happened this past weekend. I came home and I was so tired. And I still got up early yesterday morning, which was Monday. I'm recording this on a Tuesday. And I still got up early on a Monday and, I was really tired all day long. So today, on Tuesday morning, I was like, "I'm gonna just sleep in a little bit more and prioritize some sleep." Well, I woke up and for some reason, I didn't rebound and I hit my snooze button. And I will be the first to tell you that that was the biggest mistake I could have made because I'm always telling people, "Do not hit the snooze button." It just destroys your day and it destroys how clear you think. Like you have such brain fog and you are so exhausted. And there's actually like scientific studies behind it and why this is the case. Like when your alarm goes off, you want to set your alarm to the time you want to get up and then when it goes off, you immediately get out of bed because if you hit that snooze button, you just it just starts cycling back through, but it doesn't give you enough time to get your whole sleep cycle. You have to have like 3 hours or something like that to actually get through a full sleep cycle so that you're not going to be drowsy. And that's not what I did. I just did it for like 45 minutes because once I did it once, I could not get out of bed and I had to keep snoozing and keep snoozing and keep snoozing. And then I finally peeled myself out of bed and I have been so incredibly tired ever since. And it's like, I'm just kicking myself because it's like, I should have just gotten up this morning. I would have felt so much better. I would have felt more productive. I would have gotten things done this morning that I didn't get to do yet because I have not prioritized that time and I'm feeling behind. And it's just, it changes the way that you go about your day, and if you have not done a morning routine and prioritized not hitting that snooze button, um, try it because it could change your life. And every once in a while, hit the snooze button and just see how awful you feel because it makes a huge difference. So, as I'm going through this, I wanted to give you some ideas on how to build a morning routine that works best for you and just things to consider. You do not have to take these and say, this is how I need to build my morning routine, but it's just going to give you some ideas if you don't know where to start, or maybe you have a morning routine, but you want to make a little a shift, but you just don't know what shifts to make. And this should just give you some inspiration and some ideas. So, number 1 is to get up immediately when your alarm goes off, and that is the number 1 thing that I did that I shouldn't do because it just makes me feel terrible. So, I definitely, definitely recommend that one is do not hit the snooze button, just get up immediately when your alarm goes off. Number 2 is to drink water before any caffeine and preferably as soon as you get up. So you wanna drink a big glass of water. This is good for so many reasons, for health reasons, like, it just so many benefits to drinking water, especially right away in the morning and before any caffeine. Number 3 is to exercise or move your body in some way. This is maybe walking outside. This could be an early gym session if you like to go to the gym in the morning. It could be stretching or deep breathing exercises, whatever you like to do. Just getting some movement in right away. It could even be sitting in front of a big window and just breathing in front of the sunshine, depending on, what time you get up. Maybe it's dark, maybe it's sunny, whatever it is. You have to find what works for you, but getting some sort of movement right away in the morning is just amazing. It feels so good, and if you can walk outside, that is highly recommended. Number 4 is to do something spiritual. So this could be prayer, this could be Bible reading, this could be, even getting together with other people. Like if you have a friend that likes early mornings and doing a Bible study, even if it's virtual, this could be a really good way to have like the relationship building aspect while also getting into the spiritual side of things. So that's just an idea to consider. Number 5 is to write in a journal. And if you're not a journaler, just writing is also very therapeutic. So it could be even like a coloring book or like some sort of activity right away in the morning. Get your brain moving, get your hands writing. You could also consider writing a letter to a loved one. Like when was the last time we wrote a handwritten letter? Just an idea. You could consider it. Number 6 is to enjoy a favorite beverage, and this could be, like a nice hot cup of coffee or iced coffee if that's your thing. You could do tea. You could do kombucha. That is something that my husband and I love doing because we have begun making our own in the last, oh gosh, it's been almost a year now. That's crazy. But that is another thing that you could consider doing. But enjoying some sort of favorite beverage is just enjoyable in the mornings. It's just nice. Number 7 is to eat something nourishing. And this is not only to just have something that's comforting, but also that fuels your body for the day ahead. So, having something really nourishing is so important. So, this could be something super simple like a protein shake or a smoothie, but you could go the extra mile and do some sort of healthy breakfast, whether part of your routine is to actually cook that breakfast, in a quiet kitchen right away in the morning, or maybe it's prepped ahead of time and you can just pull it out of the fridge and eat it. Like maybe you have some, yogurt or smoothie bowls or something like that that's already prepped ahead of time. You can do whatever works best for you, but having something nourishing is also very important. Number 8 is to get ready for the day. Having your face washed and makeup done if you wear makeup, brushing your hair and putting your hair up, like getting dressed for the day, those can be so simple, but really important things to make you feel ready and refreshed and just ready to tackle the day. Number 9 is to simply enjoy some quiet time. This could be doing absolutely nothing because it might be the only time in the day where you are doing absolutely nothing. And enjoy it. Just breathe it in and close your eyes and do nothing in silence. And that could be something you consider. Number 10 is to review your day stack ahead and maybe even a couple of days ahead to feel really prepared with your schedule. Maybe restack any of your day if you need to, but to just feel like you have a handle on things. You know what's coming up, you know what to expect, you know what needs to be done first, what needs to be done second, and so on, so that you can just take a look at what you have committed to and where your day is going to flow. Having that preview and review ahead of time makes a big difference in feeling prepared for the day. Number 11 is to reset the house as needed. So, if you don't have a routine set up to have your home clean when you go to bed at night, maybe this is a good time to just make sure things are reset. Or maybe it's a good time to do your daily 7 home routine. Maybe it is a good time to start a load of laundry or make sure the dishwasher is unloaded and ready for dishes that day. It could be anything that works well for you. But just resetting any area of the home that needs to be reset and ready for the day, this might be a good time to do that if that is what is needed in this season of your life. Number 12 is to put dinner in the slow cooker. So you might not be wanting to think about dinner in the morning, right when you get up, but this might be a really good time of day to throw something in the slow cooker so that you don't have to worry about it at the end of the day when you're tired and your whole day has been busy and full of activities and commitments and things that are going on, where you already have dinner prepped and ready when it's nice and calm in the morning. Then you can just have the evening where you just eat because it's already done and it's a quick cleanup because it's already been done in the morning, and that just might be something that is really useful in this time of your life. Number 13 is to go outside and just get fresh air. So this could be part of that quiet time. It could be part of that morning walk. It could be checking on your garden. It could be checking on your animals, whatever part of life you're in right now. But just going outside and getting some fresh air can be so helpful right away in the morning. And that sunshine right away in the morning in your eyes, on your skin. It helps like reset your circadian rhythm. You'll actually get better sleep this way too. It is just amazing to be able to implement that right away in the morning. And tip number 14, or idea number 14, is actually to do some skincare. So, something as simple as a splash of cool water and just some sort of hydrating serum is so useful and just makes you feel rejuvenated and refreshed. You could also do some eye gels and put your legs up the wall at the same time. I love doing that. You just lay on the floor, you get your butt all the way against the wall, and you spin your legs straight vertical against the wall, and you just lay there for like 5 to 10 minutes. But while you're laying there, you can think about doing other things. So you could lay there in silence. You could lay there and listen to, I sometimes am listening to my Bible study app because I'm listening to a podcast that's going day by day. Sometimes I'm saying my rosary. Sometimes I am just like literally laying there in silence, but sometimes I also add the eye gels. So it's like three things that I'm doing at that time. I'm not a good multitasker, but I can handle that when I'm just laying there listening to something and soaking in hydration under my eyes. That is relaxing to me. So those are just some ideas of what you could do in your morning routine. You can obviously build yours however you feel you want to and try it out, see how it flows, restructure it or restack it if you need to, and just adjust things. Add in new things, get rid of some things, and just prioritize what is most important to you at that time. And every morning might not look the exact same, but you have your priorities. And that is what is most important. I know for myself, when I am building my routines, they do shift and change based on what is happening in our lives at the time and how much time I have to dedicate to a morning routine. And I have kind of summarized that there are four main components to my favorite morning routines. And they are number one is nourishment. This is getting water right away, it is getting a protein shake, taking my supplements, all of that stuff just makes me feel so much better when I can prioritize that. So, number one is nourishment. Number two is spiritual. So, this is usually saying my rosary every morning and getting into the Bible. I have never been a huge person that has been reading the Bible, and that is something that I had wanted to change. So last year I did the catechism in a year, the catechism of the Catholic Church. I did that last year with the podcast with Father Mike Schmitz. And this year I have been dedicated to doing the Bible in a year, and I have been absolutely loving it. So that is something that is really important to me to keep up on. And you can do whatever you want, but spiritual is definitely something that is important and is part of my favorite routines. And number three is movement of some kind. So, like I said, I love doing legs up the wall. I love walking our dog right away in the morning. It is just that invigorating movement that gets your body moving, gets you flowing, gets you fresh air, gets some sunshine. And I just love it. And number four is to prep and set up for success for the day. And this is usually when I go into the kitchen to get my protein shake and supplements, I am unloading the dishwasher and putting any dishes away that rested overnight. Because when we wash dishes, we don't get crazy about making sure they're put away. Like if they're clean, that's what's most important. So we're usually loading the dishwasher after dinner and starting it, and then washing the dishes and just leaving them to air dry. And that's part of my morning routine in the morning is to put all those dishes away, unload the dishwasher so that before Tony even gets up in the morning, it is all emptied and we are ready to, use dishes and put them right back in the dishwasher so that they don't accumulate on the counter all day and then we have a mess at the end of the day to clean up. So it's just getting those little things set up ahead of time that will help keep us, you know, keep the house maintained throughout the day is really useful. So those are the four things that my favorite morning routines include is the nourishment, something spiritual, movement, and doing something to set us up for success. So a really quick recap. I will run through those. And before I go through the 14 ideas that I just mentioned, to recap those for you in case you need to write them down, I just want to mention that if you need some ideas on how to build these things, how to go through and actually build any routine, not just a morning routine, always feel free to go look at the show notes. There are so many links in there that will help give you some resources and support. There's the Audit Your Habits Guide, your Organized Life Blueprint. There's our Facebook community that you can join in there. It's a free community that you can come in and get some support in there. There are lots of options for you. There's ways to ask a question if there isn't something that's answered. But I do just want to mention really quickly that in our Facebook community, when you come in and join us there, go to the top of the group and in the pinned posts, you will see an episode library. And in that library, it is a spreadsheet that has all of the episodes that we have had, and we are almost at a full year. So there is an entire year worth of episodes in there. So what you can do is you can actually use the search function to look up any keyword. So if you're looking for a morning routine or you're looking for meal planning ideas, things like that, you can just type in little keywords and it will pop up and highlight any episodes we have that have that in those keywords in the title. So that is a really good idea if you are looking for something specific, that you can just go and search our previous episodes and see if there's something that will be really helpful for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and recap those 14 ideas for you. So number 1 is to not hit the snooze button. Just take it. Just listen to me, please. That's so bad. Number 2 is to drink water, especially before any caffeine. Number 3 is to exercise and move your body. Number 4 is to do something spiritual like prayer, Bible study. Number 5 is to write in a journal, do some sort of like coloring, or even write a letter to a loved one. Number 6 is to enjoy a favorite beverage. Number 7 is to eat something nourishing. Number 8 is to get ready for the day and feel rejuvenated. Number 9 is to enjoy quiet time. Number 10 is to review your day stack and even a couple of days ahead so that you feel prepared with your schedule and your time commitments. Number 11 is to reset any area of the house that is needed. Number 12 is to put dinner in the slow cooker. Number 13 is to get some fresh air. And number 14 is to do some skincare. I hope these were helpful for you and gave you a little bit of inspiration, and I will see you on the next episode. Did you love that episode or learn something useful? If so, would you do me a huge favor? My goal is to grow this podcast and help as many women as I can break free from the overwhelm so they can truly enjoy their life. The best way for me to do this is for you to leave a 5-star written review on your podcast app and to share this episode with a friend or in your Instagram stories. I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next episode. Take care.